Back in our day, cancel culture, pronouns, Gen Z is so offended.
What is Eminem doing? Psst, it's a rooftop rant. Time to hate. Alright, first and foremost, this album isn't for me. I can sense that, okay? It's for the average 40-year-old who used to listen to Eminem back in the day and wants to relive the glory days when their spouse wasn't cheating on them and their life wasn't completely miserable yet. It's important to know that prior to this album's release, Eminem's audience would consistently push the narrative that Gen Z was desperate to cancel Eminem. Where are these people? I swear to God, I searched for them. I actively sought them out. And the only thing I saw was middle-aged white women complaining about how Gen Z is so offended. And no actual Gen Zers being offended. Naturally, being the smart guy that he is, Eminem saw this and decided to give his fans what they wanted, playing into that canceled character through his Slim Shady persona. Now, even though Slim Shady worked great 20 years ago, it kind of falls flat today. And there's two reasons for that. One, he plays it too safe. Now, is it just me, or did it seem like he was actively trying to pick out the least controversial issues he could on here? Deaf and blind people? Come on, bro. These are like the two least risky, marginalized groups you can make fun of. Let's be honest here. Nobody's getting canceled for talking about these groups. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. Who cares about blind people? They, them. What am I watching, a fucking 2017 Ben Shapiro destroys feminists compilation? Fat people should exercise. Midgets are funny. Like, bro, these are not controversial statements. I don't know, pick something, bro. Palestine, talk about Palestine. You won't do it because it's actually controversial. How about the fact that Caitlyn Jenner was mentioned 8 times? I'm not making this up. 8 times throughout this whole album, even though that hasn't been a culturally relevant issue for the past 8 years now. As a matter of fact, there's nothing on this album that South Park hasn't already made fun of at least a decade ago. But here's the thing, I don't think Eminem is as out of touch as he's pretending to be, which leads me to my second reason. It comes across as disingenuous.
Yeah, transgender rights, where do I stand? Oh, I'm all for them. I really am pro. But in the course with you, what I have? No.
Bro, what, you're gonna get canceled for not sleeping with a transgender? Your music is gonna get banned? Bro, what planet are you living on? This safe controversy is a lot more calculated than Eminem would want you to believe. It's not a coincidence, okay? It's an intentional strategic choice he made to minimize his exposure, because he doesn't actually want to take on the risk of getting canceled. He just wants to wear the aesthetic so he can sell more records to his aging audience. That's all this is. When I say sell records, I more so mean garner attention or relevance in Eminem's case. Obviously, the whole battling media thing is not worth it for him anymore, but that defeats the entire purpose of bringing back Slim Shady, who in his original form would say shit without caring about the consequences, who was unapologetic and wild and unpredictable. Yeah, Eminem is not that guy anymore, and he admits it himself on this album.
Tires no longer that guy you were prior to this. Yeah, and I scare you cause I'm who you used to be. Who? The you who didn't crumble under the scrutiny.
Bro, how do you lose an argument against your evil twin? He sounds more reasonable on here than you do, bro. Offer a rebuttal, gang. Why can't you handle the scrutiny? These are good questions. So knowing that, why would you try to channel something that so obviously isn't in you anymore? It just comes across as a soulless imitation of his own self. Eminem turned himself into a caricature on here. It's not art, bro. It's not art. It's just supply and demand. I don't want to hear Eminem the businessman. I want to hear Eminem the artist, okay? I know you didn't have fun in the studio making this piece of shit project. I know you didn't. I want to see you and hear you put your heart into some shit. Do you know how much I wanted to like this album?
I ain't mad at her. I ain't gonna throw the fat bitch, forgot she was black back at her.
No, Eminem, you don't know what you just did. She's gonna turn that right against you. I can already hear it. How hard I was trying to be objective throughout all my listens.
I guess all blacks have to vote Democrat. I guess you're not black if you don't vote Democrat.
You gave her that, bro. That's a layup for her. You gave her a layup, open layup. Bro, come on. How many let me hear 'em outs I uttered?
PC police tried to throw me in jail with no
PC Police? Ooh, Gen Z is too soft for me. Ooh, they just can't handle the controversy.
So Haley Jade, I wrote you this song to help you cope with life now that I'm gone.
I could just fall asleep. I'd be lost in a dream.
The sappy piano, the recordings of his daughter, like the rain, as if everything else wasn't enough, bro, just to knock it home. This is emotional manipulation. He's making a song for his daughter for when he dies, you know? What are you doing, bro? What the fuck are you doing? Like, you got cancer? You got some shit we don't know about, leukemia? You're gonna live for another 40 years. What are we talking about? Your daughter's gonna be 70 when you die. What the fuck is this?
So Haley Jade, I wrote you this song to help you cope with life now that I'm gone.
Yo, bro,
I know I was your rock, and I still am.
Grown ass man, bro. Grown ass man. He doesn't know you. He doesn't know you, bro. Get your money up. You don't know him or his daughter. You grown ass man. You got a full beard going and everything.
Pieces will come back to
gosh.
in time.
Tough ass millennials shedding tears, bro. How is Gen Z the soft ones? We're not crying over an Eminem song, I promise you that. What the fuck? It smells like bitch in here. And you think I won't solo dolo the entire millennial generation? You think I won't take on the millennials on my dolly, bro? You think I won't do it? I'll do it. Pussy ass millennials. Oh, of course No Life Shaq isn't. He's probably gonna fucking throw himself on the floor. He's gonna go for the jugular, I already know that. Bro, Dante, get off my screen, bro. Dante, get off my screen.
My throat hurts so bad.
His throat hurts. Now he's saying questionable shit.
Baby, I'm here, hey, I'm watching you right now, baby.
The feelings are temporary. Ooh. You think early 2000s Eminem's was co-signing this shit? I mean, he had like little something. They were never this corny. They were cute. They weren't corny like this. And I already see the people commenting, "No, bro, you don't understand. It's a concept, bro. It's a Slim Shady persona." I guess the concept is him essentially breaking down why he has such a strong compulsion to stir up controversy. He has an addiction and he knows what he's doing is wrong on some level. With that being said, are we then supposed to take this as serious social commentary? Or is it just Slim Shady being all cuckoo and provocative again? Pick one, bro. You can't have it both ways, Nem. I mean, Jesus Christ, the concept in principle shows a lack of confidence. If you want to say some shit, then stand on it, bro. Don't be like,
It's just my dual personality going cuckoo again.
no, bro. You wanted to say that. You said that. Not Slim Shady. Yeah, also, he himself reveals that Slim Shady was a persona he created to have more confidence in everything he had to say.
You created me to say everything you didn't have the balls to say. You fed me pills in a bottle of alcohol a day.
Alright, but none of this explains why you can't flow on a track anymore, why you have no swag on a track anymore, why your instrumental choices suck these days. Explains why you're not really as toxic, but it doesn't explain why the aesthetic is so ass. I get the concept, but I just don't buy it. You know, he himself acknowledges he's used Shady to sell records in the past, and ultimately that's the reason you pulled him out the closet for this one. Not because you wanted to make this profound conceptual album. Come on, please. The concept, even if executed perfectly, would make the tracks understandable, but not enjoyable. And really all these gripes I have with the album, they're annoying, but they wouldn't matter if the album sounded good to me, okay? And at the end of the day, bro, the album just doesn't sound good. I'm just gonna be objective here. This album is extremely disappointing instrumentally speaking. Like, there's no standout beats on here. I can count the enjoyable instrumentals this album has with one hand. Renaissance. Was this song like 15 years old? Intro track is real cool. I like the intro track a lot. Evil, Houdini, I'll Go Bad One. Hey. I don't mind this song, bro. I don't mind this song instrumentally or lyrically. Hey, White Gold, you sound like a MAGA rapper, but I fuck with you. You did your thing on both the hooks on here. You went 2 for 2. And bro, Fuel, maybe Fuel, and that's a maybe, bro. I feel like Eminem really just needs a curator. His aesthetic and production is outdated and subpar at best.
Little white, middle age, upper middle class with a glass of wine in your sick.
Bro, this instrumental sucks. Tell me you couldn't find this exact instrumental if you searched up free for use trap beat on YouTube right now and clicked on the first video with 200 views. Like, bro, this shit is disgusting. Eminem, you can produce, just not trap beats. It's just, I'm sorry. You're 10 years behind sonically and narratively. Get you contemporary producers on here to make you contemporary production. Jay-Z the shit. There's no way you're from Detroit and I don't hear Energy made this one at least one time. Bro, I didn't hear
I got so much energy.
one time. As a Detroit resident, the cultural bag you can reach into is so deep, it's actually incredible. And you have Skylar Grey doing your hooks on here. All due respect, but if Skylar Grey didn't know Eminem, she'd be on YouTube doing acoustic covers of Billie Eilish right now.
They say my lifestyle is bad for my head. It's the only thing.
Alright, bro. This sounds like MAGA rap. And it's hard for me to say, but essentially, that's what it is. As far as content matter is concerned, this is essentially Tom McDonald light with better rapping.
To protect millennials' feelings. He, she, his, him, hers, them, they. Screw a pronoun, cause everyone's a retard these days.
I mean, bar for bar. Stole his entire flow. So the album sounds bad. He made it just to sell to a consumer base which I'm not a part of. He has nothing new or interesting to say. Why the fuck would I keep listening? Like, what am I left with at this point? To solve the crossword puzzles? Bro, if I want to do crossword puzzle, I could go to my local newspaper, okay? I'd be just fine doing that. I don't need Eminem to provide me with the crossword puzzles.
Eminem, in a stunning move, has released an album in which he is actually trying to cancel himself.
Bro, this is so stupid, man. He's trying to cancel himself.
People are definitely upset over Eminem's new album.
And look at the reality of the situation. Nobody cares. Not even like BuzzFeed is talking about it. You didn't even get BuzzFeed, bro. You weren't even controversial enough to get BuzzFeed.